Hello, good people. This is Emmanuel Safali bringing you a very special episode of The Promise Show. And today, as you can see from my background, I'm being hosted at the Insurance Regulatory Authority. I'm in this ambient space, this building. You're going to showcase their new premises, the insurance towers along Lumumba Avenue. So for those of you who used to remember Legacy Towers, or those who used to remember Uganda Insurance Commission years back at NIC building, now we're in new premises. And with me today, I have a guest, our host, Ivan Kilamari, the manager of risk and actuarial. And actuary, okay, he's going to tell us more about his position, and he's going to respond to some of the pertinent issues that we have seen in the market development of the whole insurance sector. The insurance industry has been a little bit, well, people really don't know so much about our regulator. So today is a chance, an opportunity to hear from them and to hear what is the vision of the IRA in the next 5 years, and what have they done for the past 10 years. So let's get into a short break, and we shall raise these kind of issues after the short break. Keep tuned. So you're most welcome, Ivan.
Thank you, Emmanuel.
Yes.
And thank you for having me on the show.
Yes. So tell us more about your position in IRA, or what Insurance Regulatory Authority is doing in that space before we get into the question that we have prepared for you.
Thank you, Emmanuel. I would like to inform the viewers that first of all, Insurance Regulatory Authority of Uganda is a government body. Our main mandate is to regulate and supervise the business of insurance in Uganda. Okay. We also have what we call a complaints bureau, in which any member of the public can bring in a complaint regarding any aspect related to insurance. So our main mandate is to protect the interests of the policyholders and the beneficiaries of insurance, to license companies that do insurance and all provide guidance around insurance subjects. So basically that's our mandate, and in this mandate I'm an employee of the IRA, and I work as a risk and actuarial manager within the Insurance Regulatory Authority of Uganda.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Ivan. Next time when you come back, you will tell us what that specific function does. But for today, tell us, we have known that the last 10 years ago, you were Uganda Insurance Commission. We would like to know how you have moved over those 10 years and where you see the market growth. What have you seen? How have you seen the market grow over these 10 years, the past 10 years before you became IRA? And what is your projection in the next, say, 5 years?
Thank you, Emmanuel. Indeed, in the past, we were the Uganda Insurance Commission, and in 2011 we transmuted into the Insurance Regulatory Authority of Uganda, which is still a government body, but with enhanced mandate. So we've seen that there is growth around life insurance. In terms of the life insurance sector, there is more uptake of life insurance services, as well as the non-life insurance services. So we've seen that overall the sector has been growing. When you look at the top line, the gross written premium We are looking at now 1 trillion shillings. From the past where it was in billions, about less than 100 billion, we've moved to 1 trillion. So there's tremendous growth in the sector. We've also seen that there's the aspects of enforcement of the Act, especially on the local content. So here we've seen that most of the infrastructure projects of government are now taken on by the local insurers. You have the likes of Karuma, Isimba Dam projects, the expressway, Kampala Expressway. So these are some of the projects that we've seen that as IRA we've promoted the growth of the sector around ensuring that the local content is adhered to. There are aspects around awareness, insurance sector awareness. We've been doing a number of sensitization campaigns to ensure that the populace get to understand about insurance. So this has promoted the growth of the sector, and you find that the uptake of the insurance has also gone up. We are seeing a lot of growth in especially the banking channel, which was not there in the past, but now anyone can access insurance through the banks. So these are all key areas that have had growth, and we see that the sector is growing from the past. When you compare the past and currently, you see that there has been tremendous growth in the sector. Thank you.
Wow, that is quite very encouraging, and well, our audience, you may not actually believe it or understand the weight of this point. Before, many companies would actually procure insurance from outside. We have actually been seeing some of it happening even in people who are importing under marine insurance. But I know that Ivan is going to respond actually about the local policy of marine insurance as a growth area. These are very tremendous times that we're in, and to see that local players are being encouraged to take on these big projects is a very big sign of confidence into the insurance sector. And if the regulator is telling us we're doing something right, I think that is something that we need to applaud ourselves as the industry players, but also you as the audience out there. It's time to embrace the local insurers here and make sure that you do business in a very good way. So, Ivan, yes, you have mentioned a brief about some of the milestones over the 10 years from where you were. You mentioned 10 billion now to 1 trillion, and that is just life premiums. It's no mean feat. We have to really acknowledge and appreciate what has happened, but I think the trust levels will actually go higher once we are more. You have talked about sensitization and awareness, and confidence programs like this will help a lot. So tell us more about some of the milestones the regulator prides itself over the 10 years, if it's not so different from what you mentioned before.
Okay, there are more milestones that we pride ourselves in as a regulator.
Okay.
For instance, you note that the uptake of agriculture insurance has also gone up following government subsidy of 5 billion every financial year. So we see that the uptake of agriculture insurance, given the various risks that face agriculture in the country, things like drought, excess rains in different regions.
Yes.
So, but with this subsidy, we see that more farmers have been covered in terms of agriculture insurance. So there's a consortium of about 13 insurance companies that are doing this kind of business. So we see this as a key milestone. We also see that the digitalization of motor third party is one of the key areas, because in the past there were challenges around a lot of challenges around fake stickers, delays in uptake, or some people not taking up third party. But with the digital platform, you can now purchase third party on mobile. So we see that the uptake has gone up, which has now generated more revenue for the industry. That's also a key milestone. We see that the introduction of bank assurance can also be looked at as a key milestone. That was around 2018 when we said, okay, now the banks should start doing insurance business. And they've written over 100 billion in revenue. And we see that this is a key channel. There are a lot of other milestones that we look at as a regulator. The growth of the sector to the 1 trillion mark, as I mentioned, is a key milestone. So these are some of we are also looking at marine insurance, which is now mandatory. Local marine will be mandatory. So we are saying, moving forward, the ones that take up, the importers should take up insurance locally, so that we reduce on capital flight out of the country, but also ensure the protection of the policy holders. For instance, just imagine if you took up a policy and your insurance company is in Japan. How will you get protection in the event that the insurer does not come in to settle your obligation? So by having it locally and at a lower price, it means that there will be more protection for the policy holders. So those are some of the key issues. We have issues around what we call the mortality tables, which are used for pricing life insurance companies. For a long time, we did not have these tables, but they were launched and now are being used by the industry, which has now improved on aspects of pricing of these insurance products. Because
just hold on a minute.
Yes,
you have gone to another very pertinent issue, but before going to the mortality tables, I wanted you to just give the assurance to the importers. Maybe look at the camera, tell them the importance, first of all, that this cover is going to cover them up to Uganda. Yet the policy they have been taking out before has only been stopping at the port of destination, which is Mombasa or Dar es Salaam. Yeah? So that is a very beautiful benefit that is being enforced when you use a local insurer and someone that you can easily follow up, such that even though the local insurer is even not responding very quickly, you have a regulator that you can run to just here at Nakasero that you can reach out to and get a very good service.
Yes, so indeed it's true. As the public, if you've taken out local marine, you will be covered up to your destination. So what we are saying is that indeed, as you import, you will have full coverage, and in the event that a particular insurance company does not settle your obligation, then you have a regulator you can run to. That's the Insurance Regulatory Authority of Uganda. The Complaints Bureau is a free service that we offer to the public. So our main mandate is to protect the interests of the policyholders. So it's very key that this local marine is taken up seriously, and on 1st July, effectively we'll start implementing. We also want to say that the agreed cost of insurance was also reduced, because looking at the costs the importers were incurring for insuring these goods from outside Uganda, it was much higher. But under now the local marine, you find that the costs of insurance have gone down. So that's also another very key benefit to the importers. Yes.
Really appreciate you for laboring to give us the assurance that, this policy that has actually started in conjunction with URA and the regulator of insurance, plus the local insurers, the insurance association, are going to be there for you. So please engage them. Make us busy instead of just utilizing the outside insurers. Yes, some of our suppliers provide these things and they say that, no, it's at a discount or something, but it's not giving you the benefit, or it's just stopping in Mombasa. And yet there are more risks, even from Mombasa up to, say, Kampala or Gulu or any other town that you're importing to. So, thank you so much. Let's go for a short break and then come back and we'll conclude with this episode. Thank you.